All right, well, it's time to take another look at the euro dollar and its boring display of reaction to the NFP. Couldn't compare it apparently to a bailout of, these just NFP just couldn't compare to the drama of people only being able to get 80 euro out of an ATM. Of course, how much do you really need? I mean, shouldn't you have a bunch of credit cards by now, or shouldn't you have already established credit and beat the bankers at their own game? For God's sakes, say you got great credit, you got $1 million available on credit, you just go, woo, it's this party, I'll pay it back later, Of course, I could see that they've already dried up the Forex. I've gotten 2 brokers telling me, oh, we just cut your leverage in half. But I guess, nobody wants to blow up their brokerage firm like some of these bozos have, so apparently these gaps over the weekend, this would be a total, you rarely get a gap on the euro. So it's been the week, and now we're forming the triangle coming into the close here of this big kind of, I guess, an accumulation phase of some type, either or another, just a pause before another crash. The market's either going to pause and continue, or it's going to get all quiet and go into a classic explosion out of a triangle. So we're stuck with this boring end to the week, and just hope next week's going to have more pips. Now, if you can't hold this on the 4 hour, it's going to be another 100 pips down. These are 50 pips per, it should be 50 pips per guy there. And that's, it's that boring. I'm looking to buy now, though. I'm looking to buy for the moment. I think we are going to go to the upside, and like in the 30 minute, it's a buy, right, at the market. I think we can all agree that if it's not a buy here, it's certainly a buy lower. All right. You're welcome to argue the point, but certainly the guy that bought this top that became a bottom on the half hour is just literally a genius, right? So this was the window, the buy window here, today's buy window, just like, and here was the sell window today, having a pending here, and we just they stop hunted this little notch here. So this is the kind of the back, this is like the touchback in football, right? Take the ball all the way back, and or whatever, when they overshoot the goalposts and all that kind of stuff. And we got the trend line breakover in the half hour. So, right, we got a nice cleared the trees there, so you could have entered on the clock right here, breakout pullback, and it coincides with, so you had the confluence with this hard top and all these this big of course this was so now we're revisiting the original apex was here of the triangle, and if you just put a little one in here for this little sawtooth guy, scooch him up on that, and then that's the bid, and then so this white line's the bid, and blacks are the bid too, but I'm just saying there's no ask on here. You have to pay up for that. But this is a pretty tight 3 pips on this broker, fixed 3 pips. And so this is the 50 pip. So you could make 50 pips here. I could make 40, right? I'm going to get out here. Certainly selling that, and I'm going to sell that for sure. Of course, that's right at almost at 50. And then this one, this bottom became the top on the ricochet back. So it's kind of like this bizarre, of course, when the market's going spastic, it's more like you're in a racquetball court, the ball's just going back and forth really hard, At least that's what I'm thinking. And for the momentum traders, I mean, for the fact that we're starting to get quiet here, I am looking for another whip, possibly down 100 pips. So if we can come down and go after the bull stops here, I want to buy those up. But for the moment, it's in a drift mode. You know, this is like the recovery in the 4 hour. It looks like that. And I kind of want to zoom in if I'm on that 4 hour. We don't need to go back too far here to see what the story is. So you had the double, and you're living inside this channel now, like it or not. And it's, of course, very quiet, and the next possible pathway out's got to be an envelope down here. Scooch this down to here right now, and I guess you got to envision this thing getting to the getting down in here. Too bad the week's over. I wish they would, but definitely next week is going to be right buying here below the that 110 even. That's really going to be the. So yeah, it's just very, very boring finish here. But if we can pull back into this tonight, and so this is and then I set this other one at 20 pips on this one. I went triple screen. And this is a different set of orders on here. Pretty conservative. I'll buy if it goes down like all the way here tonight on a retest. But I'm also going to buy for 15 minutes worth. I'm going to buy this deep. So if I get stopped out here and the market goes in the free fall, it's going to fill the orders down here more than. So you're always safe putting these orders fairly deep, and if they can take it down there in an hour or 2 hours, I think I put up a 2 hour limit on this thing. So we got the brokers are going to close their books here in 4 minutes, and that's typically a the spread gets wide and it gets all crazy. But I am sizing up a entry of a retest, or just lightly buying now for a drift. One of these kind of stupid low volatility drift channels like this. I guess I can hang my head off this guy, and that's my best case projection scenarios like that. And let's cue this up to the top of this. Definitely going to be selling up there, right? That was the wick guy there, and on the downside, it's going to have to be. We've got to just keep going down this channel, I suppose. It's going to have to walk down this stairway here. So I want to get in right on this big fat top here inside the 15. This big curl here with the I got all these hits there, and then bam, 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 and then they clean house below that double bottom. That's still a great place to get back in for. I don't know what tomorrow brings. Not too much news, but of course something's crazy going to happen now. So here you got 2 minute window, and this is going to be the. There could be a possible 40 pip spike down here. This is what I would looking forward to if it happens. Of course, you usually have to wait for the news, but today was definitely a nice 60 pip. If you bought on 20 pip stops here with a 40 pip take profit, just placing in random orders, just canvas a bunch of pips on. Okay, I'm looking for the psycho close here, and if they can rip it down, I'll buy this zone right here in the next hour. I still want to buy at the market, but the spread's going to get too wide to really make it worth its while here. So this spread just went to 2 pips on this broker, which is pretty rare. I think I go to 5 pips at the top of the hour on this one broker. And that one's going to go wide, and then the this one's not going to go too. This one's fixed, but this one may spike. So I'm going to buy this on a spike down. Okay, you got 15 seconds to the. This is this demo account I'm running. I finally recovered my 8 grand that they tried to take away from me. But we got this nice triangle here on this one. This is the. So I'm going to try to trade this one more conservatively than the other one. And this is the Dow Jones. And gold was walking down the stairway today, but we're up against the we're up against the channel again. So, all right, that was the top of the hour, and let's see what they did to the spread on this guy. 2.5 pips. Now for the next 5 minutes, it's almost untradeable. They'll go even bigger now. But we're setting the end of the week, and it's pretty boring. It's just really boring end to the week. Well, just looking for a drift up, I suppose, and if I get lucky, it's going to smash back and fill all these buy limits I put in. Yeah, it's like the walk to the gas chamber, I suppose. Okay, I could buy at the market here. They tighten the spreads up, but I think they're going to take it lower, so I'll just get in like ridiculously tight. I guess that's my favorite trade, is they pull it back like this going into the next session, and I can just fill up all these tickets here. So I'll just let them come to me. It's only I'm only 5 pips away. I figured 110.75. And then we're just itching to break this trend line now, or come up and test this trend line. But if you look at that that envelope here, we're getting right into the this middle tine here in this pitchfork thing. And just from this, if this can hold, of course, this will definitely be if the bears can win this. Smash these wicks and get follow through. At some point, that could crash to hell there. And then I guess you're looking at this projection. Spills down about 200 pips. Anyways, looking for the evening to come, and looking for this sell-off. This gold could get out of this channel. It's been trapped for too long, I think. Anyways, that's all I got for the euro dollar here. Pretty boring. I hope they're gonna smash this damn thing back already. I'm gonna scalp it so bad. I'm so bored with this. I mean, this is nothing but this one blast today, and then it's just like, of course, it's kind of limping, right? Euro's kind of been taken to the woodshed, I suppose you could say. Oof, look at this. Now we're coming back to that 1075. Get ready to come in here. Yeah, this is a 4-pip broker fixed spread. It's like really bizarre. Easy to trade though. Come on. 1 hour chart. Put these orders in that last for like an hour. I think we all know how they like to spike it. When market gets bored, it's like an adolescent child. Gets bored, wants to go out and stick its finger in a light socket. Anyways, this is the script I never got filled on today I was hoping for. I kept launching that over and over again. There's the south side. In case we do make an attempt tonight. Just can't put too many orders in, that's all I learned about this. It's like, you can get carried away real easy. Because the market does go up and down, and even the guys that sold today on this wick. It's like if you just trade it from both sides, you know, then you just don't care, right? I mean, that's definitely a problem because people have a need to care and do the right thing.